sometimes the book on Turner is that he's not as aggressive and physical inside as you would like a big to be. So while he is a rim protector and a floor spacer,
Yeah.
he's not necessarily like a bruiser on the glass or against those bigger center types.
Oh, he's a Brook Lopez type. The modern Brook Lopez, not the original.
Right. And look at how much the Raptors use that pick and pop or trail three. Like, he'd fit really well offensively.
Yeah.
And defensively, even if it's not like the ideal version of what Myles Turner could be, like just any semblance of rim protection on this team, even if you're having Turner switch around a lot, like he's led the league in blocks multiple times. And the Raptors have nobody who's blocking shots right now.
Yeah.
So I would like that. Again, it's a situation where you're giving up pick equity, so you better be sure about the fit and the timeline for guys like OG and Chem, and you need a third team probably because your prospect equity for trade isn't all that spicy. Nurkic is an interesting one because it's really easy to get to the salary.
Yeah.
He only makes $12 million.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the Blazers are going to want in terms of, prospect or stuff like that. You could offer them Gary Trent. They know him well. But no, I think Nurkic he's a guy that if you're looking for, hey, who's a center the Raptors could try to grab in the offseason, maybe in their price range, Nurkic might be one. He's still only 27.
I like Jusef Nurkic a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, Myles Turner is also low-key young, too. He's only 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think the asking price on Turner is probably higher, and because the salary's higher, it's a little tougher to, make everything click together. Obviously, Dragic is it's funny, everyone's so mad all season that Dragic didn't get dealt, and it might turn out like, hey, something shakes out and suddenly his salary is pretty useful.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's why you keep him on Miami Beach instead of just letting him go. But no, Nurkic is a smart buy low there.
Sure.
I like Covington. I think it's probably like in terms, if you're going to give up assets for it, it's a bit redundant with what you're trying to build with the guys you have. He's awesome though. Someone should poach him.
Oh yeah, no, he's going to a contending team, which is what he was supposed to do in Portland, I guess. But
yeah, and I just want Karis LeVert to end up somewhere like where his funk can thrive. Like
I was gonna say, why are they trying to trade Karis LeVert? That one's a little strong. I guess like
he's
they have
27 too, where the other guys are low key young. He's low key like not a prospect anymore. Although someone in my mentions today referred to Chris Boucher as a young player you could throw in a trade in.
You know what? Let's just keep it that way. For any GMs listening, he is a young player. He's only in his fourth year.
Tons of upside there.
Lots of upside. I was gonna say, by the way, just really quickly on this. For me, the name that intrigues me the most is Turner. I think he's probably the name that intrigues most teams the most. Would you do Gary in a first?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just put that out there.
Yeah. I mean, your roster is pretty imbalanced after that, but I also think that like the Trent deal, the way he's playing is a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
And Turner is a more important kind of snap into what you have here. Like if you're looking ahead to, hey, the competitive window is next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big swing thing here too, right? Is like any sort of addition like this is looking at not only the rest of this year and making a playoff push, but next year, hey, you're probably not going to be a cap space team.
Yep.
You're not trying to get Turner, even Nurkic, because Nurkic is a free agent next year. I think you would acquire him in part to get the bird rights, right? So you're looking at next year as well. And I think so if we find out they're interested and they're kicking the tires on this, I think it does tell us something about where they see the timeline for this group. And this is, to circle us back to the injury stuff. OG, Scotty, Fred, and Pascal still only played 52 minutes together.
Yeah, I know.
Hard to tell what that group's going to look like. I mean, you could certainly be optimistic about it.
Sure.
But, and Turner, meanwhile, while Nurkic is a free agent whose bird rights you'd acquire, Turner has one more year at $18 million, which is a nice price tag.
Definitely.